Howdy YouTube, my name's Ethanra, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. So we're heading back into the Coliseum. Got a little surprise for you that I think is pretty neat. I'm glad I caught it while I did too, because I was meaning to do it for a while. And I just so happened to catch it right before it happened. Let's see. Yeah, so you see I'm a bit higher, so I probably don't have to worry about my rank for another 17 hours. And yeah, just so happens to be I'm fighting Cloud, and I'm on round 995. So I'm almost out of tier 15. I don't think I've ever been in tier 15. Like, it's very foggy. I know usually around 14 I stop, so I assume I haven't gotten past 15. But I know for an absolute fact I have not gotten to 16. So with that being said, we're going to try that here. So the thing about Cloud at this high, to me, is that, you know, obviously he is going to kill me, but his cross slash seems to be more potent. Like, the paralysis seems to happen more likely. And essentially, if any of my medals get skipped, I won't be able to do enough damage to take him down. Like, I need all 3 copy medals and at least my key art 9. Okay, yeah, see, paralyzed. And second chance. Now here comes the RNG part. Yeah, see, it's not going to happen. So just going to reset, try again. Also, after fighting Cloud a lot here, it started making me think of the very first time I fought him in Kingdom Hearts. The first one. I never got to play Final Mix, so just vanilla Kingdom Hearts. And I remember like unlocking all the cups, you know, like the Phil Cup, Hercules Cup. I might be forgetting some. The Hades Cup, Pegasus Cup, Hades Cup, you know those. And of course there was things like the gold match. And I already told you my little history about the Phantom match. And that got me thinking, how interesting would it be if we got to fight, if one of the cups that show up, because I already told you about the one where, to me, Cloud was essentially invincible. How interesting would it be if Cena actually gave us a new event and actually titled it the Platinum Match, which would be a throwback to the original Kingdom Hearts where we fought Sephiroth. I would love to see how they would handle that. I think that'd be really cool if they do it right. Alright, so that's good. I'll be able to take down Cloud now. But yeah, usually if he paralyzes me and anything gets skipped, I can't defeat him. But this will be enough. So that's good. Provided I don't manage to Ethanra it up and somehow manage to skip a medal. Okay, he's a little bit tougher. He actually tanked that last hit pretty good. So I'm just barely being able to take him down. Then again, I forgot I do have Omni Slash, and he is a speed type for some reason. Which reminds me, I'm actually glad I thought of this, and I cannot believe I just remembered this, and I've been meaning to say it for so long. But first, Cloud being a speed type, that would make infinitely more sense if he was a power type, as well as if they ever did something like the Platinum Match in this game and brought in, like, you know, not necessarily Chibi, but Sephiroth. I would very much imagine he would be a speed type. Maybe Magic, but I definitely see him more being speed. But anyway, the other thing I've been meaning to say about this for the longest time, I mean, think about it now. This is like part 14, if I'm not mistaken. Coliseum, Going the Distance, part 14. Obviously, I got the Going the Distance from the Hercules movie, Disney Hercules movie. And I really like that movie. It's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. And one of my favorite songs in that movie, and I bet you $5 you already know what it is where Hercules sings about going the distance and how no matter how difficult it is, he's going to become a hero. That song's pretty catchy, and I like it a lot. That being said, I would sing it for you, but at the risk of being sued back into the Stone Age, I won't. But I really do like that song. But the main point I'm trying to get across to you here is I'm on port 14. I've been naming it, you know, going the distance since part 1, which was several days ago, and it's taken me essentially 2 weeks. Well, not 2 weeks. I haven't been doing it every day, but essentially 14 parts before I finally was like, oh yeah, that's right. I meant to tell them what this is all about. It's because I like the Hercules movie. So, you know, just crazy things like that. Once again, in case it wasn't already obvious about how bad I am with when it comes to memory, there you go again. But yeah, so I am glad I started recording this when I did. I kind of hate I'm all over the place a little bit. I think because I'm talking too fast, so I have to slow down. So yeah, with Cloud, it looks like though the last hit from the Key Art 9 was just enough to finish him off. It's not doing as much damage as it used to. So with that said, I would imagine I could probably get by him another 5-7 times. I don't think I'll be able to get past him 10 more times. I don't see that happening. But like I said, I'm pretty high up in the ranking. I probably don't have to worry about being put back into the below 1,000 until, I don't know, maybe mid-afternoon tomorrow. Oh, okay. I'm already in tier 16. That was kind of strange. I was expecting they'd make me fight Cloud to get by. I'm going to keep going until I get to Cloud, though, because I want to see just how much damage I can do to him. But yeah, I've never been in tier 16. Majority of the reason why is thanks to Eternia, so thank you again for that. I would be using the exact medals you said, but I can't do that, so what's 1 plus 1? But with that being said, I'm still doing pretty good. Obviously, I'd be better if everything was guilted, but again, equally obvious, I would totally do that if I had the money to do that. But feel free to donate to me. Your money will not go to waste. Unless, of course, I'm pulling for Kyrie EX again. Then, yeah, maybe. Nah, that's probably too soon. I'm sorry for that. That one I actually am sorry for. No, not making you feel like I'm talking smack about you, but I am sorry for that, because I know people are still salty over that. Which is why when they released, you know, Sora and Riku EX, and then the Jewel Princess that gives no jewels, it's just like, what's going on with Cena? Like, I don't follow them close enough to know. I'm just going off of what I see. And what some other people might be talking about, the ones who actually follow what's going on with them. And does anyone know why? Like, right now, has anyone figured out why they gave us a Jewel Princess that gives no jewels? So it's not even a... I mean, I know people would complain anyway. They absolutely would, because they're people. They would still complain that, you know, after the whole Kyrie EX and the Sora and Riku EX, be like, oh, they gave us the Jewel Princess, but she's still giving the default amount of jewels, so it doesn't make any kind of difference. And wham, wham, wham. Yeah, you're right, but it's better than giving us nothing, like, you know, they actually did. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I also don't get why sometimes when you go up in ranks, when you're clearly in that tier, it doesn't say it until you go even further in that tier. That never made sense to me. But there you go. Officially tier 16. So let's see what's next. Okay. I haven't seen the pink possessors in a long time. I know Eternia will probably be happy about that. I imagine then I'm probably going to run into the werewolf in a bit. I think this thing might be pretty... No? Weird. Very weird. I swear, when I encountered the White Rose in the past Coliseum, like before the reset, that thing had like over 200 HP in tier 15. Yet here we are in 16, and it's actually lower. So that's interesting too. Yeah, we'll just go on just a little bit further just to see what happens. You. Good thing these enemies are magic too. That actually benefits me quite a bit. Oh, by the way, I was talking about Cloud because he has been like a non-stop threat ever since I had to change kits on him. So even though I said I probably will get past Cloud like 9 more times or 10 or whatever number I said, that's probably going to change now because they've actually changed up the formula. It's like, I'm not fighting like magic enemies and then cloud, magic enemies and then cloud. It's actually different now because I guess of the position my matches have landed me into, where I might have skipped some that would have ordinarily put me back into that pattern. But it's not, because again, I haven't fought these things in a long time. I have not seen them in a bit. So maybe I will encounter the werewolf. And if I do, the werewolf might actually be a legit problem, because I only have my magic copy medal to do, well, no, I think, yeah, I got Sephiroth too, but still. Just because. But yeah, the werewolf might actually be a bigger problem just because the counter and the fact that my medals won't be as effective on him as they were Cloud. Or at least I think, because another thing is, even though some enemies have like, they come with like attack boosts on them and defense boosts and all that, some of them don't. They just naturally have that high defense, like the minute bomb type enemies, like the eggs. So with that being said, I don't know if Cloud has more defense or attack than the werewolf or whatnot, or the fact that Cloud's Omni Slash, I am absolutely certain will kill you unless you have like a lot of defense boosts on or something like that. And the werewolf, provided you take it down before the counter goes down, shouldn't be a threat unless its default attack takes you out, which in my case it most likely will. I'll do one more. If they just throw me into another enemy match, I'll just do it on my own time. Like I said, I just wanted to see how strong Cloud would be when I come across him again. There's an egg-type enemy, by the way, but I don't think this one will have like the really high defense because it would be super unfair. Well, you know what I mean. Like if you encountered them in story mode. Wait a minute. You're the one that did that moonwalk before, aren't you? I remember you. Yeah, well, that trick ain't gonna work on me now, because I'm ready for you. Now be gone. There. Oh crap, there's another one. Get away from it, Skull. Skull, what are you doing? What is wrong with Skull? Are you guys seeing this? See, this is what I'm talking about when Skull does like weird stuff like this. Like Skull is the shadow or something. He's not moving at all. There we go. That was really weird. Like even by Skull standards, that was very strange. I'm glad I kept recording. Who knows what he's going to do next. What the heck? Did you see that? Like, I know why he did that, but like, okay, whatever, Skull. I guess he tapped at his stand, Skull the World, and like teleported to my head or something. That was really weird. I'm actually glad I didn't mess up my medals being distracted by all of that, because I really wasn't paying attention. I was just amazed at what Skull was doing. First he mimes himself into being a shadow, and then he like jumps forward and disappears, but then lands on top of my head. Just really strangeness. Okay. And second chance? Nope. Alright, that's fine. Skull was being weird anyway, so that still made it fine. I'm going to go for that thing first, because you know there's no way I'm going to leave it off there. And that kind of sucks too, because I think that thing can paralyze me. Don't quote me on that. Maybe it can. I'm just so used to fighting Cloud. But that's a clear example of what I was talking about. When the enemies are above 200 HP, they're usually a very big threat. Cloud maybe does have less defense or something, because again, even when he hit 200, he was not a big deal until a little bit later. And yeah, I know that Nova doesn't do anything, but I have fought some enemies where when I use all my medals on them, they survive by just having like literally 2 bars left. So just to be safe, I use that anyway. And this is that RNG I tell you about. Like, despite how bad my luck is, and yet I still tell you all to have faith, that's because I live by the philosophy: hope for the best, but expect the worst. I expect the worst to happen, but I hope it doesn't. For example, when I was getting paralyzed by Cloud, I've recorded it so you guys can vouch for that. When I got paralyzed by Cloud, second chance would be either a swing and a miss, or it'd be Every time I got paralyzed, it would do it. Now I'm not being paralyzed, and I could very easily take this thing down in 2 turns. Twice, it doesn't activate. So I expect things like that. I hope they don't, but I expect them. Because at that point, it's like, well, why not happen? Okay, see, I was right. It does paralyze. Second chance. See, I was going to see if I could say it before it happened. But yeah, see, when I get paralyzed, second chance. Nothing happens. I don't. How about that? Oh, and then it happens when I say, and I quote, myself, I can take it down in 2 turns, no problem. And then, so you see what I'm talking about? And I think one of my medals got skipped. I don't think this will be enough. Yeah, it did. So, okay, fine. We're going to come right back again. This video is going on a bit longer than I thought. That just gets real annoying. But am I going to let that stop me? No. I mean, I would really hate to end the video off right here and then just kill it off screen, which you know I will, violently. But I'd rather get it in the recording because that just seems more, I don't know, appropriate. But yeah, so if that didn't demonstrate my hope for the best but expect the worst philosophy, there you go. Was fighting Cloud, got paralyzed, revived me, fight this thing twice, didn't get paralyzed once, cost me a medal. Oh, and then second chance activate, so no sooner than when I say I can take it down in 2 turns. So again, if you guys wonder why I'm being negative sometimes, it's not that I don't believe, it's just the constant burden that I know what's going to happen. Because there is no, that's the thing about having faith. You don't have faith if you know something's going to happen. That's not faith. That's just simply knowing you're going to happen. Like, I don't have to have faith that this thing would paralyze me at the worst appropriate time, because I kind of felt it would happen when I said I can do it now, because of course it would. But I had faith that it wouldn't, as I was talking about faith, and knew that it wouldn't happen right now, because I believed hard enough. I know, it sounds crazy. It's really complicated to talk about. In case you guys couldn't tell, I'm also kind of sleepy, so I know what I'm saying probably doesn't make sense. But long story short, hope for the best, expect the worst. I'm only negative when I know for a fact something horrible is going to happen, even though I hope that it doesn't. Case in point, I hope Skull doesn't, you know, like you all say Kyrie EX breaks the game, and I've come to realize that is absolutely true. But as much as I love Skull, I would hope that he doesn't do one of his, I haven't even thought of an appropriate name for it, I'll get back to you. But when Skull decides he wants to poke and prod the fabrics of this game's reality, that he doesn't break my game. I'm really hoping he doesn't do that. Okay, so like I said, despite how much longer this video has gone on and the stupid gargoyle making me ramble on about RNG and faith and all that good stuff, I will at least look to see what it is. If it's another mob, not doing it. If it's the werewolf, I'll challenge it. If it's Cloud, same thing. Even if he KOs me, maybe I'll do one more after that. Like I said, I just hate to end the video on me getting, you know, knocked out. I would like to, you know, win. Because that's a little throwback to you all who know how I feel about the lingering wheel. Me in general, really, is that I try to have fun in what I do. Like, if I'm just doing something I enjoy, period, then I'm having fun. But when it comes to, like, competitions or contests or anything like that, I don't really have fun unless I win. I know that's probably not healthy, but I'm just being honest here. That's something else you should all be able to appreciate about me, is I don't fake anything. I am brutally honest, and I'm just going to see if I can take this thing on. I know I said I wouldn't, but I'm so fickle. And I'm on round 13. I would imagine it wouldn't be very hard, but I want to see. Plus, I'm still talking, so I don't want to just, you know, end it mid-speech. Before I forget, I know that probably sounds a little backwards, but that's just me. Like, again, Ethanra, raw and unedited. So, I'm not going to fake anything. And yeah, I have fun with this game, and like I told you, I wasn't very super competitive when I got Kyrie EX. I'm still not, really. I'm being forced to fight for my position so I don't lose second chance 3. And when it comes to the Lux grinding, I will grind to get far enough with the goal that is set. And the rest, once that's set, I'm going to just do whatever I want to do. Like, I'll still play the game every day. but I might do the grinding after I hit the cap in Union's Cross. I'll probably have to come back in here and fight for my spot in the Coliseum. Things like that. I won't be absolutely, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to drag the team down or nothing. It's just, that gets so boring having to do, and I know, Union's Cross, but that's different because I actually enjoy that. I'm not being forced to play Union's Cross. Technically speaking, I'm not being forced to grind for Lux anyway, but what I'm trying to say here is, when they say you need to reach etc. goal by whenever, I will do it. But once I reach that goal, I do not feel obligated to like triple that score. The only thing that'll make me do that would be like when the double the Lux and boss rates are up, then I'll do it, because that's very valuable time that can't afford to be wasted. But as far as grinding Lux nonstop, that's not me. I'll get far enough and then I'll do the rest when those events come around. Now, with that being said, back to contests. Yeah, this might be the match that stops me because they're all power. They are all power. So this one might be the one that does it, because I vaguely recall I got stuck in another match that I think were these guys a while ago, where if my second chance did not activate on every single one, I couldn't get by them. So begrudgingly, I might have to end this if they all defeat me. Anyway, with that being said, I only really have fun when it comes to contests if I win. Or in this game, be more specific, even though, winning would be considered, I guess, being rank 1. But we still reached our goal. When it comes to something like that, that's equally the same to me. We reached our goal, so it's cool. It wouldn't be if after all that Lux grinding and then we end up being rank 51, that'd be kind of disappointing. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Oh, wait, that's right, because I have one more use of Kyrie EX, so maybe, oh, geez. Never mind. Well, we'll see. Anyway, in general, when it comes to competitions, I only really have fun if I win. Now, after doing all that tangent, what I was getting back to topic is, and I know that sentence was complete garbage, but like I said, I'm sleepy. And besides, it is me. To get back on track, what I was saying was the Lingering Wheel is my favorite boss for numerous reasons. I really can't wait to get his medal, or I honestly hope there's going to be like a Lingering Wheel EX, because you can guarantee if I have the jewels to do it, as a matter of fact, I might just go and start saving up now, because I'm hoping that will be something that happens. But anyway, when I get the Lingering Wheel medal, you know for a fact I'm going to talk about it, and that's what I'm trying to save my topics for related to him, is when I get his medal, because it'd just be more appropriate to talk about him when I get his medal. I'm going to come for you first. With that being said, one of the main reasons I like the Lingering Wheel that doesn't really have to do with his lore or anything like that is how he feels like a... How can I explain it? And by the way, I'm probably going to say this in the video when I talk about the Lingering Wheel. I call him a he because Terra, even though I know technically it's just a pseudo armor, so it's actually an it. But for the sake of conversation, I didn't mean to touch you. Anyway, the Lingering Wheel is very fun for me to fight, even when he beat me all the time. I did eventually beat him, and I'll talk about that when I get his medal. I did eventually beat him, but every single time I lost, I was never mad at all, because I just enjoyed the fight that much. It was just so fun. It didn't feel like, if for those of you who have fought him, you know what I'm talking about, the Vanitas Remnant. It didn't feel like that kind of fight, so I actually did enjoy it even when I lost. But that's partially why I enjoy the Lingering Wheel, because even when I was losing, I had fun. And as I just mentioned earlier, that should be a very big deal. Like, oh wow, the Lingering Wheel must be quite something. If I've never seen it before, I should probably look into that. No, the Lingering Wheel is the only anything in my life where if I'm losing, I'm actually having fun. That's also partially why I said that it is my favorite boss in any game ever, and almost certainly still will be, because after all the other great Kingdom Hearts secret bosses that have come out, save for Julius, the Lingering Wheel is still my favorite. So let's see what this 2 tons of fun is going to do once I unleash this on him. And yeah, sorry this video has went on for so long, but, stupid gargoyle slowed me down, and so is this thing. But okay, this will be the last part, I promise. I am going to challenge him first. I'm actually going to make sure not to touch the large body this time. By the way, does anyone else feel like the name Fat Bandit sounds like some kind of cigarette company? Or am I the only one who thinks that because he like breathes fire? I don't know. I just always felt that about his name. But yeah, if he KOs me again, I will begrudgingly come back and fight him on my own time. But I don't want this video to just drone on, you know, forever, because the 30-minute time limit is a real thing, I think, because typical Athanra luck, if you will, is that when I was doing my Gambler of Fate videos, one of my best I've ever made, even in my own opinion, is that it ended up getting broken up in a like 2 parts. I think the first one was like 34 minutes long, and the second one was 4 minutes long or so. So after that, I made another video sometime later, and it is like over 35 minutes long. So I don't know why that one didn't get broken up. With that being said, I would hope that doesn't happen in the future, and I don't want it to happen to this one. Sorry. So, yeah, see, I told you I'm sleepy, so I'm going to end it after this. Even if the werewolf is next, as much as I would love to fight it, or Cloud, I'll just go ahead and stop, because I don't know how long this video is going on. I know it's definitely going on longer than I meant for it to, so I'm ending it after this. Besides, we all get to see Skull do his, you know, reality-bending powers firsthand, so I'll definitely end it after this. Okay, great. So I'll have to remember that I almost called him, you know, something else. I'll go and give you a hint. It sounds like Dastard was the only thing that really gave me some trouble here. Yeah, good job, Skull. I'm glad you didn't completely shatter my game. Please don't. I've been good to you, have I not? And it would be Cloud. It would be Cloud. I can't help it. I have to do it. Don't look at me like that, Skull. Don't look at me like that. But for real, though, if Cloud beats me, I'll leave it alone, because I'm actually okay with losing to Cloud. Especially if he Omni-slashes me. I know a lot of you probably looking forward to that. But yeah, so if I don't destroy him this time, then I'll just do it off camera. Well, provided second chance activates too. But like I said, this will just be the one round. So if I get knocked out, well, I am. When I get knocked out, if second chance doesn't activate, I'll leave it alone. What I tell you guys, you want to go ahead and make a bet that none of my medals will get skipped either? Well, how about that? It looked like it was doing one thing, then it did something else. Well, it's probably a good thing some of you didn't take that bet. Then again, maybe it's a good thing some of you did. Either way, I will take care of Cloud later. As you can see, I can still handle him. It just comes down to luck. But thank you all for tuning in. I really am ending it this time, and I'll see you around.